What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly project update. We're back in our shop, and if it's a little hard to hear me, I'm sorry. Summer finally decided to show up, and it's been like 99 to 100 degrees most of the day. So I still got fans running in the shop. I've had the porta cool running, and I just shut it off a little bit ago to shoot this, so forgive me if I start perspiring heavily. We did go pick up the cylinder heads for the Duramax about 3 days ago. The machine shop cranked them things out quick. Hot tanked them, pressure checked them, gave them a quick surface job. They look magnificent. You'll see them again here soon. We just got the rest of our supplies in to deck the surfaces and start getting that program put back together. You'll get more on that here soon. But right now with the brown car, it's been arts and crafts day for me and Eric. Eric just took off a few minutes ago, and what we're doing is piecing together a firewall to go in the back seat area for our 73 Plymouth. Since our fuel cell is going to be in the trunk, we got to have some sort of a barrier between the driver's compartment and that fuel cell. So we made a few paper templates out of some poster board material, notched the holes where our roll cage tubes pass through the rear seat area, and we transferred all that to this sheet of diamond plate aluminum that we're going to get cut. We got a few tabs made. I know the reflection makes this kind of hard to see, but we got tabs made across this section, which is going to be for the package tray where the rear speakers would be. This section is going to be for the upper half above the roll cage tubes, and it's going to be cut half moon style. And then we got a lower section, it's going to slide up from the bottom, also cut half moon in the opposite direction. That's going to extend all the way to the floor of the car. We're going to have to make some cuts here in the middle for the transmission tunnel or the drive shaft tunnel, and then once we get that all tacked together with some rivets or maybe some Zeus fasteners or something. Of course, I still got to come in here and cut out the hooks for the back seat, and I've still got a floor mount there for the lower section to get cut out. So I've still got a little bit of trimming to do. I don't know who the smart guy was that decided to put bars in this thing before we decided to cover that rear seat section, but I'm going to make sure he gets counseled heavily. So the engine's pretty much done, or it's as done as it's going to be until it goes in the car. The intake's just kind of sitting there to look pretty. The valve covers to, simulate carburetors that are all torn apart. But that's more or less how the engine's going to go in the car. I still got to put the water pump on, but it's no big deal. You'll notice that our rear end is still not assembled. We did go ahead and knock the old hardware out of the center section. We've got the new hardware in a freezer, shrinking them down. We're going to heat this up with a torch. We tried to press one in. Yeah, it started bending my C-clamp. So we're going to come up with another plan. Like I said, we're going to freeze the bolts, heat that up, and then it shouldn't take a whole lot of effort at all to suck those up in there. And then we can maybe assemble our rear end. Because, yeah, I'm kind of behind on this project, in case you couldn't tell. But with all that said, we're still kind of chugging along. As soon as we're done with this rear section, with that firewall, we're going to go ahead and blow the front end apart. You'll notice I've got the car turned around in here. We'll get the front end all tore apart, replace all the rubber stuff, because some of these bushings and joints, they've seen better days. Everything out in here just looks kind of icky. So we're going to undo the icky, put new stuff in here, mount our new master cylinder, get rid of the brake booster, move our proportioning valve. I've got a line lock solenoid that will tag in line with all that stuff. And then clean this up. I still gotta go get the transmission. The field's just now getting to the point where it's dry enough where I can go back there and move cars around and actually get to where I've got my transmission stored. So I'll get that happening in the next couple of days. I'll get that other trans up here, start cannibalizing, like I said a couple weeks ago, make 2 into 1 kind of deal. And then hopefully this project will really start picking up some steam. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for being patient with us. Thank you for your support. It's really awesome to have. We're so glad for those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't, maybe this will be the motivation you needed to go ahead and hit the subscribe button for us, so you can keep tabs on us, keep up with all the projects we got working on. Maybe let us know what you think of them, what you guys are working on in the shop, what hurdles you're running into or heartaches. Or we're getting close to that first milestone. You guys are making it happen, and I couldn't be more in debt to you. So thank you. Stay with us, and we'll see you soon.